Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Ypsilanti Township versus Bash Bay, case number 24T00158.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Allison Muller here on behalf of Mr. Bay. Mr. Bay, can you state your name, please?
Vash Bay.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Bay.
Good morning.
All right, we're here for a pretrial in this matter.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd be requesting an adjournment to review media discovery that we got and also possibly for Mr. Bay to do an alcohol assessment.
No objection.
Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned to August 28th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Bond is continued.
Excuse me. Is there any way my test can be decreased since I'm coming all the way from Monroe County?
Mr. Barnett, any response?
This is a high BAC case, Your Honor, so I would not be comfortable, I don't think, with a reduction in the testing. I don't know if he can test closer to where he resides. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Anything from you, Ms. Muller?
I didn't catch the county. I'm sorry. I would just also request that he be able to test closer. Which county do you live in, Mr. Bay?
I live in Monroe County. I live in Milan, but it's just it's the trip back and forth.
Your Honor, I can look up and see what facilities are closer to him and can submit that to the court unless it's already, if someone already knows where he could test this time.
I do not. The other option is he could be placed on SoberLink, and then he doesn't have to do that testing. He can have the device or a scram tether.
Mr. Bay, would you like to have a SoberLink that's a device you blow into twice a day? Mr. Bay, would you like to have a SoberLink that's a device you blow into twice a day?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bay, could you repeat your answer?
So I'll just go to testing then.
You just stay with the testing? Is that what you said, sir?
Yes.
Okay. And then you're gonna try to find him a place that's closer to where he resides so he doesn't drive all the way to Ypsilanti?
I will look it up, Your Honor, and if I find someplace closer, I can submit that order to the court.
Okay. How often are you testing right now, sir?
It's once a week.
I'm sorry, how much?
Once a week.
Okay. I'll reduce it to 3 times per month, and he can also move it to closer to home. But that's the lowest amount. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll call the matters of Mr. Jeffrey Jeffrey Oxtetter, case number 23T00115.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Donvie Lebo for Mr. Altstetter. Mr. Altstetter, can you state your name, sir?
Jeff Altstetter.
Thank you. Mr. Oxtetter, you're here today, and I need to arraign you on a new bond violation. It's in 23T00115 and 22T00700. 1 second. That's not on the docket. Why is that? Okay. Which one is more? 00700. All right. The court will also call case number 23T00700. Mr. Oxtetter, it alleges here that you failed to submit your 12-step meeting attendance sheets as ordered in both cases. This is a technical violation for which I believe in your case you get up to 15 days in the Washtenaw County Jail. The recommendation is for 2 days of community service for a total of 16 hours. You're entitled to have a hearing in this matter, at which time, if it is found that you in fact did not submit that documentation, you could have that potential penalty. What would you like to do?
Your Honor, Mr. Altstetter has submitted the documentation to Ms. Straub as of, I believe, last night.
I did, yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Straub?
That's correct, Your Honor. It looks like he sent it to me after 10 p.m. last night.
All right, what would you like to do with respect to the violation?
Are you asking me, Your Honor?
Yes.
I still think some community service is warranted. He was told at the last court hearing that we had that there would be a violation if he had not turned in his 12 steps. So I do still think he should do some community service. I think I
So-
recommended 16 hours. I would be willing to have him do 8 instead.
All right, so you want to continue with the violation with a recommendation of 8 hours instead? Mr.
Yes,
Lebo,
Your
what would your client like to do?
Your Honor, Mr. Altstetter will admit to the violation. However, I would like to note that my understanding is that the 700 matter has been closed.
That is true.
He
It's
has,
been-
sorry.
Go ahead.
There's paperwork with, I believe, the violation, Your Honor, for your signature for discharge
Yeah.
on that other case.
And I did sign that. I thought I was signing 2 of the same documents. It is being closed at this time. All right, Mr. Altstetter, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. Sir, is it true that you want to waive your right to have a hearing in this matter and admit to the violation?
I do.
And you acknowledge you failed to submit to the 12-step meeting attendance sheets?
I do admit that, yes, Your Honor.
All right, is the sentence of this court to serve 8, Mr. Barnett, are you satisfied that he's met the court rule for violation plea?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Defense is likewise satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Barnett, anything you want to say about sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Lebo?
Yes, Your Honor, I would ask that the court consider simply excusing this violation. This probation has been a struggle for Mr. Altstetter. I believe he has been steadily doing better. And in this case, the violation was simply the failing to submit sheets on time. He has been complying with the substantive elements of this requirement. He has been attending the meetings regularly. He did appear to have some difficulty or miscommunication or a slip of the mind in submitting the proof of attendance, but they have now been submitted and he has been attending the meetings.
Anything you want to say, Mr. Altstetter?
Yes, ma'am. I've been experiencing some challenges of late. I've recently retired, and that's changed my mindset about a lot of things. I'm making meetings in person on average every day. But unfortunately, I'm not real adept at getting the information turned into the court. I'll do better in the future. I do have a lot of sheets that I have been signed. I have been going to the meetings. I have a lot of fellow AAs that can verify that fact. I apologize for not getting them turned in.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Altstetter, you've been given many, many opportunities with respect to your probation. And we are all very pleased that you're doing so much better because for a while you were not. I think that your jail stint taught you a lot. Your retirement sounds like it's had some impact on that as well. You look much healthier, and that's very good to see.
Thank you.
But the reality is we also need to make sure that you're not creating a whole bunch of issues for the court and making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. So a part of that is that you have to turn in your sheets so that we know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that's why you're violated. So yes, you do have to become more adept at that. I note that you have been doing, and I'm taking that into consideration. And so did the probation agent when she reduced the amount of community service hours that you needed to do. I will give you the benefit of the doubt and give you 4 hours of community service as opposed to the 8. but you are not working, so you should have time to get your community service done. Okay,
Yes, ma'am, I do.
we'll schedule you for another, hearing. And that will be scheduled on September 18th, 2024 at 10:00 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. See you then.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you.